Oh my goodness. This situation does not get any worse than this. Box office wish. 300 million is another disaster for Disney. Napoleon 333 million doesn't exceed expectations. The big news is that today, Disney's Wish was bombed at the box office. There's no other way to put it. Pundits were already saying that it's projected for 40 million opening, but that it would be a disappointment. But it ends up being much worse. Wish cost Disney $200 million, which had a 5-day opening of 31 million. I lost count at the number of box office disasters Disney had this year, to the point where I'm starting to wonder if the whole conservative backlash the company received earlier this year has something to do with this. Obviously, the pandemic has changed the industry as Disney fatigue, but maybe conservative parents just don't want their kids to watch any animated movie by Disney. Can this be a possibility that Disney CEO Bob Iger recently stated that his goal is to distance the company from any culture wars? It's another theory that I partially warm up to when it's a floundering mess. And, I swear, Disney keeps getting worse at the minute right here. It's just not going great for them. I'm surprised this movie got backlash, but, not as well because, again, we all have to remember that, those last quote-unquote woke films were. So, if we're looking here, it's another theory that let's see. That's right, Ridley Scott's mixed review Napoleon made it more with money than Wish. A $300 million opening for Scott's epic means that Apple probably won't be making its money back. The budget was $200 million, but there seems to be a decent amount of interest for that film of the week. The worldwide total this weekend for Napoleon was 80 million. However, Napoleon and Wish were beaten by this weekend's film, The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, for $2 million. Its currently domestic tally is said to be around 98 million. Not that bad at all. Projections have it finishing US run at the 150 million mark. Finally, what's more to say about the Marvels? The 5-day weekend tally was 9 million. See the difference? Also, the movie The Marvels has flopped. Now it's the MCU, not the MCU. And Trolls Band Together made more than the Marvels. I mean, you gotta love Wiener and Velvet. Velveeta, I think? I don't know. I really hope I'm not saying the names wrong. Anyways. In 3 weeks of release is a disastrous $38 million. Oh my gosh. Disney is... Disney, you need to explain your case here. You're not getting protected by anyone. In fact, you're going to lose even more money, I bet. There is no way that Inside Out 2, I recently made a comment on it, and let's just say I'm going to say that I I feel nervous for this movie because, like, we all have to think clearly. Because clearly, this is not going the way it's been planned. And if Disney keeps flopping, then, here's a pretty good chance that people are going to lose interest in the films at all. Because if we're serious, okay, I have more faith in Disney than anyone else. Here, let's see what this is. Wish reviews: Disney marketing exercise disguised as a fairy tale. Ariana DeBose's teenage rebel takes on Chris Pine's sorcerer monarch in this messy escapist fantasy, co-starring the company's own indent. Okay. Disney celebrates its centenary with a grimly cynical marketing exercise wrapped in sparkly cloak of escapism. Chris Buck's film unfolds in a utopian kingdom ruled by a sorcerer named Magnifico. Huh. Not AI generated. Understanding that the hopes of dreams are potential source of discontent in populace, Magnifico confiscates the dearest wishes of his people and keeps them safe, very occasionally deciding deigning to grant one. Teenager Usha, Ariana DeBose, realizes that stripping the people of their cherished aspirations is not a sound basis for a happy society. She makes her own wish upon restore, no less for fundamental change in the kingdom. It soon became clear that having cannibalized its back catalog for live-action remakes, Disney has finally gone around to make a movie of its own indent. The animated logo that plays of each. Oh, it's kind of sad that this movie is failing because it and so many other films have potential. Like, look at how beautiful this trailer is. It's gorgeous. It's practically marvelous. I mean, YouTube blending doesn't help at all. I mean, look at this. It looks blurry at some parts. I don't know why people are actually critiquing the background. Like, I get it. It looks very off. Like 3D and 2D. It's very complicated, but can we at least appreciate about how beautiful it can sometimes look in some areas? Like, look at this. There is so much beauty to this film, yet it failed due to multiple things. The protagonist, who of course wants to grant people's wishes, I mean all of them, which I mean, oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, let's grant everyone's wishes, so they can send nuclear bombs and set wars on kingdoms, yeah. I mean, that's such a great wish. No. And while the king, I really don't like him, and I disagree with him mostly. He's like arrogant and rude. Both parties have the pros and cons. Okay, ew, this is uncanny. But still, we still have to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Like, look at how beautiful the watercolor is. There is like flowers with Like, it's so beautiful. Okay, back to the subject. If Disney keeps this up, honestly, it's gonna have no chance at all at getting the audience. And if we're talking about like a generation, we can do Inside Out 2 or Frozen 3 or Toy Story 5, and those would all fail. Those would all fail. If this failure is repeated, look at this. We have Joy. Oh no, we are looking at a teenager here. Okay, so take a look. Now, all I'm gonna say for this film is it's actually decent. I mean, it's not bad. But, like, Disney just needs a change. Instead of listening to what people want, like, we got so many films about representation. It's forgetting its own style and film. Like, okay, so yeah. I'll cover this video in the next video, so anyways, bye.